This is Sean the Lafayette and Luna. So today we're going to be helping Luna. She's been starting her new fursuit head, and this is following the pattern from Kloofsuits, and you can also find that on their Etsy. Not sponsored by them, but very wonderful artists if you want to have that. So anyway, we've already outlined and cut out most of the pieces. Luna's just finishing up just a little bit, and then we're going to start to assemble this girl. So are you excited, Luna?
Yes.
She's uber excited. Her voice is just really subdued right now. Just picture radiating poof and smile and toothy grin. Anywho, so this is like a slit that you're cutting right now?
These are registration marks that I have to have so that I know where to put the side straps, attachments, I believe, according to the directions. So, I did not cut these out and mark them beforehand, and so now I'm behind the times a little bit.
But it's still going to work out. Did you want me to hold that for you? Or are you good?
Hold it if you want.
It's just up to you. I'm just here as like a helping pause. Wolves are always good for helping paws. So now, why we have a mannequin head over there with foam wrapped around it is because the actual mannequins are smaller in circumference than a real person's head. So we had to kind of build it up to where it's about the same measurement as Luna's head. And also, she's making hers to allow room for glasses. So have to allow room for her to be able to have those on without getting smushed up in her face. And I just marked up my glasses. That's lovely. Joys of glasses. Contacts better. Agree?
Alright. So it says, and begin by adding the straps to the bucket. The long strap goes in the middle, two smaller ones on either side.
So this is going to be going from, this goes across the top of the head, right?
To the top and the other side pieces. Need to glue that.
Okay, so we need to glue it here.
Yes.
Along the edge. This is like the little tedious work, but make sure that it holds well. This isn't, this is a different method than what I used to build my head. This one was like, I did a bucket that was following a matrices tutorial, and it made like a crown, and then you glue those together. So this is a little bit different, but it's it might actually give you a little bit more breathability too.
Looks like it.
I might have
that
to.
Should be good, yeah.
I think so. Do you want to do like
a little
bead
bit
of glue?
in there.
Basically, you're just kind of like, the hot glue is going to melt the foam a little bit, so that way it all adheres together. Nice thing about foam heads is that they're easy to repair. So if something comes loose or if there's any cracks, you could always glue back, or you can add foam. So that's nice. So this is going to go
Looks good.
across the top.
Yeah, kind of. And this comes around. Should match up with
It'll go in the back with this.
the back too.
Okay, but we'll get
And
to
it
that
will
one.
look like that.
Okay, gotcha.
So now we put on the side straps.
And those are gonna go there and there. And those
I
meet
believe
up
so. So when it curves around, it meets up
on the side about the
on
middle.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if this had markings that I was supposed to put on there.
Might be good to check first. Yes, remember kids, stay hydrated. So once we get the other strap,
Okay, well, we don't really glue this one to this one until we do the bucket on the back. Attach that, and then we glue those smaller ones.
it's to help reinforce it. Nice thing about hot glue is that it's easy to come off of like really slick surfaces.
Okay.
The next one. That's the other thing about working with hot glue is that you learn to develop almost a callus on your fingers, because you will inevitably burn yourself. It's just a matter of course, just expect that. Right?
You talking to me?
Talking to you, talking to everybody. Say hello to all the viewers.
Hello to all the viewers.
She's smart.
Beat that one in you good enough. Actually, this one looks pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So now what?
Glue the back of the bucket together and line up the registration marks on the back of the head.
So we want to curve this in.
Curve it around this way. It's gotta meet up. So this one's gonna be a little bit tricky.
So do you want to hold it and then let me add a little bit of glue at a time?
I guess, but
Or do you want me to start up here?
yeah, that's fine.
Because I can always go like a little bit at a time and then have you pinch and hold, and then we can glue the rest. How's that? Try that.
Build to burn, baby. Build to burn.
It only lasts for
5 hours. That's all.
It only lasts just the slight twinge of pain for.
Okay, release. Yeah, I don't want you stuck to it. Have just a little bit more that we can glue there. Yeah. Ooh. What is that? Ooh.
So now,
See.
does it go down all the way? I think it might.
I guess it must because,
Because that would come down at the back of your neck.
yeah. Okay, so. Yeah. Comes around. Okay. Okay, I see how it. I see.
It's like a dart for
Yeah.
like fabric.
Should have cut my nose. That's okay, I can still cut it.
Does it feel pretty solid on the, I should put it on the inside and the outside, you think?
Actually, it feels pretty solid on the outside. Maybe on the inside.
Hey, I'm starting to see a face.
Okay, so then we're gonna move on to these here are the muzzle pieces.
So we have the inner muzzle and then the outer muzzle. I'm assuming that it follows this kind of shape that you've drawn here, because these are your eyes, obviously, and this would be where your muzzle placement is.
Right.
And that's where you're going to carve out.
So it should go
Now I'm gluing.
something similar to this. If I'm understanding this right, or does it go this way?
I think it
looks
should line
goes this
up
way.
that way.
This way. There we
So
go.
the flat part, I'm assuming.
That way. They glue together that way.
So this has to be glued together.
Yes.
And then this would go on this side. The flat side goes against here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Should look something like this. Do I have the wrong piece on the wrong thing? Let me have this piece with that one.
Those match up better. See, like that, right?
Yes, that one's right. I'm trying to. Oh, I got this one.
Here.
Just like that. And that's how they should be glued.
And then this will go in, so that way this goes like that. And then eventually they're going to be like forming this.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Alright. See? Wolf can learn.
Carefully. You don't want to. It says to cut it straight down instead of curving it at an angle, because if you had an angle on the backside, you couldn't match it up against the other cut. So you have to take your time and making sure you cut it right.
Ooh, we got some poppage. Make sure I got a good healthy amount down. Squish the life out of it. Squish it.
Now have to be. This has to be.
Go on there.
Yeah, has to be.
It's also just a little, your marks are just a little bit off, but they're good. They're
Pretty
good. They're
close?
They're close enough. Yeah.
Okay. The first time. Big. There's one honking nose, man.
That's a booper. And you still have that, you have that silicone nose as well from Adhesive Resource. Right?
I do?
Pretty sure you do, so you could use that.
Somewhere.
It's in with your other stuff from,
Stuff. Yeah.
either PonCon or FC.
I'll have to see if it's the same size. If it's not the same size, though, it's not gonna work that well.
So we're making a snow leopard. My hands are probably kind of ghosting out a little bit.
The size is pretty small.
But remember, your nose.
Small, a lot smaller than this phone thing. It's almost like half the size of what it is. And to fit on here, it would look a little bit funny. Whereas this one's more designed to go across it.
Okay.
But I will be using this someday. When I get a resin head, maybe.
I love you, Mom.
What?
I love you.
Okay, so then we have to attach these side pieces.
And that's going to have to be kind of flat.
Yeah, I realize that. Okay, this is going to work out well.
I'm pretty sure it will be. Really want to try for one of those 3 head heads. The head bases. I think that's something I could set aside for. I really want to have Sean be able to talk.
As if Sean doesn't talk enough already.
Right? Hey. Nothing wrong with a bit of a chatty wolf. It's a chatty snake that you gotta be careful with.
Ooh. Careful there, boy. Careful.
Always on.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to attach these pieces. And that'll be an extra step taken care of.
Yep. But it does for a foam head. You don't have to get every single square inch, just the majority.
Hey,
Just,
my head.
it's all in your head. It's all in your head. Ain't that right? Quite literally. And if you do get glue on your hands, the easiest way is, while it's still kind of solidifying a little bit, is just roll it up into a ball, and then it takes the heat off your fingers as well. Maybe some skin too, I don't know. But I'm gonna go in there.
Tad bit warm.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Ooh-cha! She's got no coconut. Wow. Oh, Hannah. Oh,
Just
Hannah.
some pieces over the edge.
Oh, Hannah.
My tongue.
It does it.
John.
Oh, wow. Your mama. What's that? Wow. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh.
Yeah, that was a little warm.
Couldn't really tell.
I hide my pain well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's done. So it says set that aside. Done. Nose.
Yeah. The nose knows.
Lined up fairly well. Eyebrows.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Now, one thing is, I forgot to flip it. I just made 2 separate ones. Hope that's not going to be a major issue.
Are you supposed to flip it?
Well, it always says make 2, and when you do that, you flip it. But I'm supposed to interlock these first.
Just about done here. See? No pain, no gain.
Okay, so with these, we do this inner dart first, and it says do little bits at a time, and you have to pinch it and hold it until it's fully dry.
Right, because you want it to curve. Oh, say that, she's got a crown. You watch it be a very tight fit. Did we account for the thickness of the foam?
Probably not. You can always take off the foam. It's not attached.
We do not recommend sticking pins into your head. That's not a good idea. Into a foam head, the mannequin feels nothing.
Acupuncture.
Okay.
That will work.
Picked up this dude. This dude that day. Oh, look at that. Boom.
Boom, bada boom, biggie.
And look, his nose.
Look at there.
It
I just
lines
use
up.
that one instead of this one. This one could be used for like a child or something.
Sweet child of mine.
There's an idea.
The reason why we did that is to show for space for glasses. So you can see that a little bit. That's about, not that her glasses are really that thick, but to give room to be able to, so that they can move around and not be like, I
So
can't
that was
see.
23 inches round, and that's what the pattern's based upon. So that just shows how much room I should have when I put this one on.
We'll set this back to you. And next we do
Inner eyebrow. Inner eyebrows! Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's got a lot of emotion.
Take off my head!
Are you gonna be okay, or should you look into contacts? You know, right now you look like one of Batman's villains. You got this little bit of nose that's sticking through that slit, and it's just like a mess.
It's a little tight.
But it's 23 inches.
It's tight. I mean, that really pushes my glasses right over my face.
Well, there's not too much.
Now, to try and take it off. Let's try this without glasses. Oh my gosh, that's so much more comfortable. What can I see?
Fursuit vision, can you really see?
I don't have to read with this, right? Because I can see. I just can't see.
I could be your
Really?
seeing. I can be your seeing eye wolf. The camera is over here. Follow my voice. No, over to the. There you go. There's the people. Well, how's it feel?
I'm not going to be wearing my glasses. A little tight. So if I had to think about doing this again, I would probably add another couple inches to the
You could.
front,
I would start with maybe
to the back end.
I would start with a half
Strap
inch to an inch.
No, I'm talking maybe 2 inches because it was like.
No, I mean like on each side. You split it up, and then you get your.
Okay, so put head somewhere.
Alas, poor Luna. We knew you
Let's
not
get
yet.
to this.
I'm sorry.
So now I've got to hold this till it completely dries.
Right, because it's on a curve, you want to make sure that it has its strength.
I don't know how long that takes.
Normally, hot glue takes, I was thinking maybe like 10 seconds. 10 to 15 seconds.
Completely.
It sets up pretty fast.
Now that's 10 seconds and that little bead's still liquidy. So I'd say.
We can also angle the fan so it's just constantly blowing that direction too. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno.
Okay, we're not going there. None of that air was in.
Fire.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, that was a movie. Adam Sandler. Gosh.
Whenever you're cutting out like patterns and there's any kind of curved shapes, when you're tracing those out on paper, you want to make sure that you cut darts. So what that is basically it's like a curved cut, and why you want to do that is so that way when you're cutting things out that it lays flat, because a curve will not lay flat. So you have to cut it out to ease the tension on it, and then it lays flat. Then you can cut out your pattern. And it's the same like if you're working with fabric, with foam, or anything. And now we have one eyebrow finished. Inner eyebrow.
Inner eyebrow.
She's got some monster brows.
Got a monster nose.
Yes, she does. She's a monster cat. Monster cat. Anybody get that reference?